Greetings from Dystopia, episode 245, a hot one in Redgate Woods. Haven't been out here since the buds were just starting to show up on the trees, so I figured it's a good day to go for a walk. Although I wish I would have thought about the temperature a little bit. Well, I kind of did, so I'm out here earlier than normal. Yeah, it's just now 11:45. Wanted to get out of here earlier, but couldn't get my butt in gear this morning. So yeah, the trails are dry enough where they're good to walk on. The occasional wet spot, but nothing too bad. Looks like most of the blooms have cut on out. Might see some as we get back up into some of the thinner spots. Well, I don't know who he is, but Q's been here. Have to look and see if anybody was home. It's just high enough up the tree I can't see in it. But yeah, it's 84 degrees right now. It's supposed to be going up to, it depends on who you look at. One website says 89, the other says 91. But yeah, I'm just going out for a short one today. Probably 3 or 4 miles, maybe 5. See how I feel, see how the back feels. But yeah, it's been a good day so far. Interesting, they've been doing some trail maintenance. I don't know if that'll show up, but there's bobcat tracks. And I do see some fresher log cuts, so I'm not sure if they're just cleaning up the fire breaks or cleaning up the trail. We'll have to see. Alright, so since this next half mile is along the highway, I'm going to turn the camera off and put it away. I'll talk to you guys when I get over the big hill back there. Alright, so it just came up. I don't know, maybe you can kind of see how it drops off over there. 500 feet of gain. And got about another 150 feet. But this is a nice slow gain. What I just came up over there is like that. A couple times I was grabbing roots sticking out of the ground. Now I got a sweat going. A little bit away from the road noise now, so figured I'll catch up. This is another one of those preserves that's a great one to come out to. You should go to all of them every season, you know, see the seasons as they change. But this is one of those preserves that just greatly changes over the seasons. I'm just trying to do a slow pan here. Hopefully that's not too quick. But yeah, it's a nice one. I think the loop I'm doing is going to be closer to 5 miles when I get out. Not bad. It'll be the farthest day, longest day since my back injury, but we'll get there. This is the tree that my daughter called the old man. We were out here when she was real little, and she ran up to it and like tried to give it a hug. And called it the old man, so that's what I call it every time I see it. Sadly, there's nowhere. Well, I guess I could just set the camera on the ground and walk up to the tree to show you just how big he is. Hold on. He's pretty big. So yeah, you can see the dude's pretty big. It's not the biggest tree in here by far, but it's just always stuck with me to call him the old man, because that's what she called him. Over here, back here, surrounded by blue jays. Just had a little group of mountain bikers pass me, 3 of them, but one of them had quite the sound system on his mountain bike. I mean, that was easily 50 watts. It was just pumping it out. So yeah, obviously I heard him coming for a while. I don't know, I get it. Headphones aren't necessarily safe when you're on a mountain bike in particular, but still, I don't want to hear your music. It was good music, but it's not why I'm out here. I don't even want to hear the cars. I want to hear this. That's what I want to hear. Turn the camera around here. I don't know if this microphone will pick it up. But something on the ground all through here sounds like Rice Krispies. You know, snap, crackle, pop. And I don't feel anything falling. Weird. So I haven't spotted any more Jack in the Pulpit yet. But usually later in the summer, August, September, you'll start to see little short branches with a pod of red berries on it, maybe 15, 20 berries. That's the seed pod. So yeah, there's a bunch of it in here, but no more flowers. I have to keep my eye out. Alright, so I'm at my lunch stop. If you've watched the videos, you've all seen this spot before. It's got the tight switchback that the mountain bikers come down. Yeah, it's a nice piece of spot here, a nice spot, and you can kind of see the water right up here. It stops. This is another one of those long runoffs in the spring or after heavy rain. But yeah. I'm not sure what that is. It's big, whatever it is. Something crashing down the tree. Oh, it's a hiker. I see him coming. He must have been pulling on bark or moving a branch. Something. Alright, so I've had a few minutes to think about it. Compose my thoughts. Because I got a little irritated afterwards, not when they were there. While I was sitting down having my lunch, I mentioned it, you know, I could hear something, I didn't know what it was, and I saw a hiker. Well, it turned out it was a young couple. And, you know, we talked for a minute, and I asked where they were going, and she said Maple Lake. Maple Lake is that way. They were heading that way. Heading the wrong direction. So what are you using for a map? And she said, all trails. And I said, don't use all trails in here, or learn how to use it and set the orientation properly. I don't know why, but all trails flip-flops as preserved. For some reason, visually the map looks right, and the track looks right. But they take you in the wrong direction, or in the case of one of the other lakes here, it brings you south, southwest, heading back east, heading northeast, and then back around to head north. So what is, from the parking lot where they're at, what is about a 3/4 of a mile hike turns into a 3-mile hike. So yeah, it's not the best one. I've said it before in videos. There's a 10 Essentials video on the channel. I'll link it down below. map, compass, digital map. If you're going to do a digital map, always have a backup. If you're going to carry a phone, carry a spare battery. If that's all you're using for navigation is a phone, carry a spare battery so your battery doesn't die and leave you stranded, having to guess. You know, I've shown you guys this preserve. There's tons of trails. There's tons of wide, nicely, groomed is an arguable term, but you know, it's obvious where the trails are. But there's also lots of crisscross trails that loop back around going the opposite way of what you think they're going. And it's very easy for the uninitiated to get turned around in the woods. I have friends always joke with me that I'm like a pigeon because I know that this is north. I know in my head what direction I'm heading. Right now I'm heading almost due west, just north of due west. It's just, I don't know, maybe it was just drilled into me when I was young, and I would have to total it up, but I bet of the 3,000 miles that I've walked or hiked since September of 2019, probably 800 miles of that has been in this preserve because it's one of the largest ones in the area. And add to that, I've been coming here since I was a kid. So yeah, I kind of know this preserve. But still, you can't blame anybody else for you getting lost, especially nowadays. Yeah, you're welcome.
Just me.
All right. Have a good one.
Go to that.
Yum. Raspberries. Not yet. Well, since I'm here and in the general area and only a few hundred feet away, let's go look where one of the reactor cores is buried. I've shown that before on video, several I think. But yeah, let's go out and take a look at it. And I can take the trail down the back. So this entire clearing up here is where the reactor is buried. This was a wet stack, so a wet core reactor. The other one, back behind us about 3/8 of a mile, was a dry stack. I forgot the exact technical terms. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but anyway. On the capstone, big old letters, caution, do not dig. And like I said, I've shown this before, but around the perimeter are little stones to show you the edges of the dig field. Buried in this area is radioactive material from nuclear research conducted here in 1943 to 1949. Burial markers 100 feet from this center point. There is no danger to visitors. U.S. Department of Energy, 1978. All right. Give you a view from the other side. That's all that's marked on it. But yeah, so the trail continues on this way. And boy howdy, it's hot in the sun. It's not bad in the woods, but when you get out in the sun, it's like, oh. it's cooking. So here's the steps going down, and here's one of the 100-foot marker stones right here. So yeah, we'll go down the steps. I'll show you. There's a couple tap wells where they drop probes over time to check radioactivity in the ground. So here's one of them. I mean, they're all throughout the preserve. If you know where they're at, I think there's, I don't remember how many I counted up, or 15? Something like that. Oh, sunflower smells nice in here. And then there's another one right over here to the left. Right there. Anyway, and we're at that point of the video. I'm going to say so long. Like I said, we'll see in another day or so. I don't know the exact order of release, but we got the bench for the bird cam completion of the, or partial completion of the box for the van, the kitchen galley part 2, part 3, part 4, whatever, and then some more walking. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Be good, be well, wear a mask, stay smart, be strong, and stay mighty. We'll see you guys soon.